Hey guys, it's Tony from Tony Talks Cards. I've got a quick, hopefully not too long video, but a lot of the channels I've started to follow the last couple months that I've gotten back into, I guess, into YouTube period and trying to create a few videos myself on this channel is learning a lot about vintage baseball cards and a lot of the, history of them and what makes people tick, why their collections are special to them. But a lot of, some of the channels have put out, various videos and some of the titles of them is, is the hobby dead? Is the hobby dying? What do you think about it? And ultimately they're all saying, no, we're fine. We all love our baseball cards, football cards, vintage cards, and we want to keep collecting and, everything's all well and good. A few of the channels I follow did have this come out as a kind of a video topic this past week, and really appreciate the thoughtful comments, the reading of other commenters' comments, I guess, other viewers' comments. And I want to do a little quick, maybe 2 minute video for myself on what that means to me. For me, I've been in the hobby since 1986, 87, primarily vintage football, current football set building, all through the junk wax era, bought a ton, tons of duplicates, made a bunch of sets that aren't even worth what I paid for them even in 1991. And that's cool. For me, it was about collecting, seeing baseball cards of players I watched on TV, WGN or NFL on Sundays. And for right now, I'm definitely not going back and buying junk era wax. I'm really into different parts of the hobby. Like I'm putting money into unopened vintage football packs. I love unopened packs, whether graded or not, PSA or raw, wax packs, solo packs, rack packs. Again, within budget, And in some cases, when there's a star showing or maybe a bear showing on top, definitely perks my interest. So I think that part of the hobby and the people that I talk to in the vintage wax and packs groups I'm in, there's still excitement around that hobby. Now, maybe some of the prices have come down, and in some cases, quite a bit since 2020, 21. But I love the memories they bring back, and if I can find a good, affordable pack with maybe it's raw or it's graded or it brings back a memory of me being in a card shop and opening that pack or wanting to open that pack when I was 8 or 9 years old, that gets me excited. Like the hobby's alive for me in that area. But actually, and I'll blame all you guys, all the channels I follow who talk mostly about vintage baseball cards. I tell you what, I've been diving real deep into finding Hall of Famers, vintage baseball card, Hall of Famers, slabbed or raw. It's okay either way, but learning so much from some of you guys on these channels about pre-war, post-war. I mean, players I knew about but didn't know all about and what they did and their career milestones. Like, I want to buy a player of X. I want to buy a mantle. I want to buy a. I've gotten Ernie Banks in my last video. I showed that off a couple of videos ago. I guess it was 1971 tops. His last playing days base card in a set with 71 tops with the black border. So that was cool to me as a Cubs fan. Hall of Fame and his last base card. And that was kind of a slippery slope. I'm now exploring other Hall of Famers. And when was their last card? Did they have a card their last year? Who did they play for that last year? What are the prices of these cards? I'll tell you what, I am really excited about that part of the hobby. Not just collecting cards to collect the cards. And it's not about investing. I'm not trying to double my money. If these things go up by 2% a year, cool. If they don't, it's the memory of the card, the player. And I never even saw Ernie Banks play, but just the fact, the history of what he meant for Major League Baseball, the Cubs, his statistics, the city of Chicago, having a piece of that, a card for 30, 40, 100 bucks, if it stays $100 in 10 years, nothing wrong with that. It's worth having the card, the memory, enjoying collecting who I want to collect, what makes me happy, what I can read about, the stats in the back, what they did, their last season, what they, homers they made, all-star games they were part of. Like that's cool. And so for me, the hobby, what I'm doing, I'm getting into vintage baseball cards, raw or slabbed, and love vintage, again, football unopened packs and boxes and cello packs. For me, the hobby's alive, and there's definitely a lot of folks out there buying those things. And I'll tell you what, all the YouTube channels I'm following now, all you guys are talking about vintage baseball cards and your pickups, whether they be $10 pickups or $10,000 pickups. It's tempting to want to buy a Mantle or want to buy a Robinson or want to buy a Hank Aaron card. And with Hank Aaron, at least there's, he played 20 plus years. You can buy a cheaper one relative to his rookie card, right? So definitely have hit the buy button on eBay quite a bit the last few weeks, which I'll probably show off in a video in the near term and show you what I was getting and what I was buying, what I'm and why I bought them. What made me want to buy that card or make an offer on that card. I'll tell you what, I've got a lot of cool ones coming in the mail. I'm really excited about showing off. So for me, I think this is great. I'm enjoying this part of the hobby, this time in my collecting career of doing something different, getting into baseball cards that I never were into before and learning about the players. So for me, I think, each of us is different, why we do, what we collect and what has meaning to us. Um, but I'm loving every minute of it right now, enjoying what I can collect within budget, of course. And I look forward to seeing more of your guys' pickups and other videos and other channels I follow too. So again, thanks for my 5 minutes and 40 seconds here. Listen to me about what I think about the hobby, why I'm excited about the hobby right now. And I'll be back with another video either on unopened packs I've been buying or vintage baseball cards I've been buying, or if you saw my last video, 1981 Topps football, I'll do an 82 Topps football set review probably next week as well. So until that time, if you like this video, I'd love to have you, be honored to have you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you love to hear more things like this about vintage baseball, vintage football, and all things unopened. We'd really be honored to have you subscribe to the channel as well. And leave a comment, leave a question. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What are you into right now? I'd love to have more insights and maybe even more ideas, or maybe I need less ideas actually to not spend more money than I need to, right? So anyway, any comments are good. I'll do my best to respond to them and like them. But thanks again for the time and look forward to the next video. See you guys. Take care.